Okay, House of Payne fans. Now I have more information on. I'm assuming this is season 12 stuff, but Calvin Jr. is coming back. I believe I did a video not too long ago about Christian coming back, and somebody was like, "You have a picture of Calvin Jr. as the thumbnail." Well, I could not get a good picture of Christian from House of Payne season 9 because my internet wasn't acting right, so the pixelation was funny, so I just had to use it. If I'm actually not lazy enough to do it, I will go back and get that picture to change that. So there we go. But Christian, that was that video. But Calvin Jr., this is a person who, or excuse me, a young black male between the ages of 10 and 12. Calvin Jr. is Calvin Payne's son from a previous relationship. Calvin has not spent much time raising his first son, and Calvin Jr. seeks answers to why his father is not involved in his life. This is a guest star role, so this is probably like for a 1-episode appearance. That's a very solid question. I feel like this is definitely one of those episodes where we can definitely have an emotional time. It doesn't have to be drama filled. I mean, hell, to be honest, I've seen a lot of people saying that it's crazy how Miranda is even worse than Tracy was, when she was on House of Payne as the, baby mama who had a vendetta against Calvin. But yeah, I mean, it makes sense. And like I said, I'm not a House of Payne theologian, if you will, where I remember and, detail everything out. But didn't Tracy get married to someone else? And as a result, Calvin Jr. was kind of written off, being that he would be raised by his new family as opposed to his birth father. I believe something along the same lines happened in the game where Janae got married and moved to like New York or something from San Diego. And as a result, Derwin Jr. would be, basically removed from his father's life. But Derwin would still be able to visit, of course, but he wouldn't have a active role in raising that child like he did when he was still around, when they were in the same, state or town, basically in the same area or the same side of the country to be exact. But I am actually looking forward to this episode. I pray it isn't one of those scenarios where, Miranda or somebody chimes in with drama, but imagine if, let's say, Laura and Calvin are discussing their future. I don't even know if they are married at this point. I want to say no. But, what if they even have the conversation about kids in the future? And then Calvin's like, yeah. But then he gets visited by the ghost. And I don't mean Calvin Jr.'s dead, but you see what I'm saying? The ghost of his first child. And it's like, my biggest fear is to not be there for any child I have in the future. When it comes to my first child, I wasn't there. My second child, I'm doing a better job because I'm taking a much active role as the baby mama who's giving me shit. And then if I have a third child, I want to make sure that I'm in the right spot. Basically, that I think my biggest thing with Calvin is he really needs to pick his partners better. That's the one thing about it. And as a result, he can be the best father he can be. So hopefully he doesn't rush to have any kids with Laura because, look, 3 baby mamas, 3 kids. Nah, let's not do this. Let's not write Calvin to be another Nick Cannon. But that's really all I got to say. I'm excited to see Calvin Jr. Hell, what was it? I did a video yesterday about Jaden and probably even Hayden coming back on the show. So we might have all the kids together. Jaden, Hayden, for CJ and Janine, and then Calvin, Christian, Calvin Jr. Who knows? This could be, a big play day. Oh, yeah, and Lisa and Malik's new baby. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. But regardless, everybody, thank you for the support. A few people sent this to me over the past couple of days, and able to just sit back and get it done. So I got a lot of videos on my plate today, mainly Sisters Focus. So I hope you enjoy. Make sure you hit the bell icon and select all, and hit subscribe. That way you don't miss out when I post content on the channel. Follow me on social media. Links are in the description below, and hit subscribe. Also, during my live stream last night for Sisters, when we discussed the episode, a number of people have said, Jeremy, I wasn't getting notifications, but I unsubscribed and then I hit subscribe again. I made sure my bell icon had selected all. That way all my notifications would come through, and they've been saying, yeah, I've been getting the video updates. I've been, notified when you go live, so I'm good. So you might need to unsubscribe, then hit subscribe again. But if you would like to donate to the channel, feel free to do so on PayPal or Cash App. And with that being said, thanks so much for tuning in. I'll catch you in the next one.